What is under this metaphorical tarp, because my real tarp blew away, is going to blow our competition out of the water. Are you ready? I'm just f***ing with you. We got to do some background first. So I've been thinking a lot recently, and specifically, I've been thinking about ways to take this content to a whole nother level. Because I love this band of idiots and I want the content to thrive, and really, I want to be like Bear Grylls. Improvise, adapt, stay at the Best Western. And historically, we've grown, we've shrunk, but across all time, I think we've always been missing something big. A purpose. And today I can proudly say that I think I've found that purpose in the form of a brand new kind of car content the world has never seen before that is going to propel us to a whole nother level. And it all starts with this hoopty piece of shit 1998 Volvo V70 Wagon. I bought it for $800 US, talked the guy down from 1,000, and it's going to enable a new series that I'm calling Breaking Shit to See If I Can Fix It, where I will break things and then see if I can fix them in a challenge style video, starting with ideas such as smashing my door to see if I can fix it, moving then to ideas like painting Shrek on my hood to see if I can fix it, and pouring Kool-Aid in my transmission to see if I can fix it. The channel will then be composed of that series, and then it will alternate with the more nostalgic story-driven series like the BMW one that you might have seen. And if you didn't, you should go see it. The point of both series being to give people who are into cars but don't necessarily have an outlet to live that passion, an outlet to live that passion. Because I know that a lot of people, including probably a lot of you, don't have the tools or time or money, or even necessarily other car lovers to hang out with, yet you still want to stay in touch with that side of you. And frankly, I can't think of anybody, save for monsters, that don't smile a little bit at the idea of sending a wood axe straight through a car's roof. But of course, you can't do that, because if you did, you'd have a hole in your roof. Insert 1998 Volvo V70 Wagon. The best part of all this is you click to see the destruction, yet you stay to see if I can actually fix it and how to fix it. So it's not vapid. There's actually, a yin and a yang, a destruction and a rebirth, and you ultimately leave knowing something you didn't know before. With that said, the first episode of this series is going live on Friday, next Friday, so turn your notifications on for that, because as I've learned from my last couple videos, even if your notifications are turned on, YouTube still sometimes won't send you notifications. I don't know what to do, man. Now to this lovely car, and you're probably wondering what I was wondering, which is, what exactly do you get when you spend $800 on a Volvo? Well, strap your strap-ons on, because I'm about to answer exactly that. Starting in the order that you would discover things in, meaning exterior first, the first thing you'll notice is that the paint is not in the best shape. The clear coat has clearly seen better days. Luckily though, it looks like it's mostly all there, so it's thus buffable. However, the front and back bumpers look like a 7-year-old's Frosted Flakes collage spray painted black. Other notable items, the mirrors are heated, or at least the one that's left. The front right running light housing is naked, the gas door is missing its latch, and although this isn't really the exterior, the trunk struts basically don't exist anymore. On the bright side, there's about $800 worth of tread left on the tires. Moving to the interior, we find the story of a car that honestly has been mostly taken care of. The seats are leather and they're all heated. All 5 seats are heated in this car, and they're honestly not in as bad of shape as you might expect them to be given the car's age. They also smell like stale cigarette smoke. In fact, I've probably found at least 11 cigarette butts just randomly strewn across the car so far. It's like the Where's Waldo of lung cancer. Smells and dirt though come out, so I'm not too worried about that. What I am more worried about is that the dashboard has a massive crack in it, which wouldn't really bother me other than the fact that it makes a Skrillex-like screech while you're driving. It actually bothered me so much that I tried to take the dashboard apart to take that piece out, and I learned very quickly that the dashboard is 2 pieces. The first piece comes out quite easily. The second piece where the crack is involves taking the steering wheel off, and I don't care that much. Some other notable items, the steering column cover is cracked and full of ash. The speedometer doesn't work. The ceiling lights only turn on when they feel like it. The front left window switch doesn't actually operate the back right window, although the back right window switch does operate the back right window. The trunk button doesn't actually pop the trunk, and while we're talking about that, the trunk trim might as well be held on by Scotch tape. Now, at this point, you might be honestly thinking that not enough is wrong with this car for it to be worth only $800. Well, let me burst that bubble by popping the hood and turning the car on. There are 6 other issues, 3 of which we'll label as we'll just forget about that, and 3 of which we'll put into the spaghetti-o category. First, the 3, we'll just ignore that. The dipstick has seen better days. The air inlet for the hard drives has seen better days, and I've already replaced it, but the battery looked like this, but on the scale of a car battery. That unfortunately brings us to the spaghetti-os category, first of which is the horrible grinding sound at idle, which I will now add back into the video. Yes, that's what it sounds like. Luckily, I know what it is. It's the AC compressor clutch. Notice if you jam a screwdriver in, the sound dramatically changes. Second, you'll notice that as you start moving the car, there's a pretty bad shaking, which I would attribute to probably engine mounts, because I don't think they're supposed to be this playful. And finally, there's no power steering. Now that could have a couple culprits. The guy said that it went out all at once, and when I looked in the reservoir, there was no fluid in there. So I'm guessing that something, maybe like if I'm lucky, a hose popped off somewhere and the fluid all just leaked out. I poured some fluid in to see where it actually would come out, and it basically came out somewhere around this area below the car. So, you know, hopefully I don't need to buy a whole new steering rack, but we'll see. So what do you get when you buy a Volvo for $800? Well, if you're smart about it, honestly, a lot. I'm stoked to see where this goes. In the meantime, perhaps I could indulge you in some other content that YouTube has decided to not show anybody. Seriously, go watch it.